Right, so this is Creo 9. Let's just accept all cookies here. Again, it has a built-in browser, but this one is just the resource center for all of the tutorials and components that you can download from the community or get support. You can close this. And this is the built-in web browser in Creo, and you can also close this. So we started off yesterday by watching some tutorials on how to do a sketch. And that tutorial involved going to new, changing it to a sketch, and then putting a name, clicking OK, and then you can begin your sketch. Let's say we wanted to create a rectangle 6 by 4. So we make line, goes straight, horizontal. And this is that blue circle with a dash is actually a symbol for horizontal. So simply draw a horizontal line, click to the right, and then draw a vertical line. You can see now the blue circle has now a vertical line in it, and that is the symbol for vertical line. So if you click on it, go to the left until it matches the endpoint on the top one. Okay, click that, and then simply close it there. Okay, once you're done, you can press escape. And then next, you wanted to make this 6 by 4, so you will click dimension. You will click the line and then use the scroll wheel on your mouse by clicking somewhere above it, and a dimension will appear. You may want to now put an exact dimension here, 6, and then press enter, and that's now exactly 6 in length. This one, you want it to be 4, so simply click on this line and then middle click. Okay, middle click means using the scroll wheel to click. So middle click here, and then you want this to be exactly 4, so put 4 and press enter, and this is now exactly 6 by 4. So this is one way of doing a sketch in Creo. Okay, but when you do a file and new and select sketch, that means that you intend to only create a two-dimensional object. Okay, so two-dimensional object, it only has a length and a width. So if you wanted to do a three-dimensional object, you can create a sketch. Okay, the second method, which is going through your file, new, and instead of sketch, you're going to leave it on the part. So by default, you are creating a part. So click part, put a name. Let's just put in PART, and then make sure that you have a check on the use default template. Click OK, and then you will have your screen look like this. Okay, so these are planes. They are called datum planes. You have three of them. There's top, then there's the front, then there's the left, okay, or right. Top, front, and right. So you can draw on any of these planes. So let's say you wanted to draw on the top plane. You simply click top, and then you will have to click the button here that's called sketch, and then the view will switch into a top plane now. Okay, so you can zoom closer by using your scroll wheel. And let's now do a 6 by 4 here. So we're going to do a line again. We're going to create a horizontal line, then go down vertical, go to the left until it matches the top one, and simply close. Okay, press escape to stop. We're going to put a dimension. So we're going to click dimension. We're going to select one side and then middle click above. Okay, now it's 18. We want to be small. We want to put 6 and then press enter. And that will all shrink. But you can be rest assured that this is 6 units long. Now you want this line to be 4, so select this line, and then middle click outside, and then type in 4, press enter. So now this is exactly 6 by 4. Okay, so it's exactly the same way as doing a sketch using file new sketch or file part, exact same thing. Only this time, you can continue and create a three-dimensional object out of this sketch. To do that, simply click OK here to finish the sketch. Okay, and if you go to your standard default view by clicking this one here and default orientation, you can see that this green line here is the box 6 by 4. If you don't want to see these planes, you can simply click on this button here, datum display filters, click on that one and uncheck the plane display, and now you can see the box you created. This is a 6x4. So like I said, we created this sketch using a file new part, not a sketch, but file new part, because you can do further things on this one. Okay. One of the things that we can do is clicking this and then using the extrude button. And when you click that, it will now have a height or a depth. Okay. So before on a sketch, you only have a length and a width. Now you can control the height. You can drag this blue, hold it down, click on it and hold down, and you can raise or lower it as you please. You can actually double click this button or this measurement here and then put exactly, let's say 3, and press enter. So you now have a box 6x4 and the height is 3. Okay. You can click OK to stop your extrusion and you now have a gray box. Okay. And you can hold down your middle mouse or scroll wheel so you can look around this box. Now this is an unnatural view because it is a orthographic projection. You can always switch into perspective using this button over here. So click that and this is now a more natural view of the box. Okay, so if you want to create another box, you can always turn on your plane display. Okay, and this time, let's say you wanted to create a box on the front, so simply click front, and then we're going to do another sketch, and that will turn this way. And let's make now another box. This time we want it to be standing up, and it doesn't matter where it is right now. We can just do a box standing up. And we want to put a dimension here so that this one, right click, we want this to be 3, press enter, and then the other dimension here, click this, middle click up here, and we want it to be 1. Okay, so now we have 1/3, and then we want to click OK to finish the sketch. We want to extrude this green box here, so we click this and click extrude. Okay, use your middle button to go around the object. Use this yellow button here to go out like this. Okay, and you can now see that they are now intersecting with each other. Once you're happy with whatever shape you have, you can simply click OK, and now you now have 2 of these boxes, one on top of each other. Okay, so this is what you are doing in SketchUp. You're not just drawing two-dimensional object just like in AutoCAD. You're actually drawing a three-dimensional object, and you can draw several of them. You can have them separately. Okay, let's say you want to put them on this top plane again, and you don't want them to touch each other. So you go and sketch it, and then let's make a rectangle here again, click line, click this one, here, up here, and then close again. Let's just leave the size like that, and then click OK here, and then select this green box, and then we're going to extrude. Use your scroll wheel, hold it down so you can turn it up, and then we can now control the height of this box. And once you're done, you click OK. Now you have 3 objects. 2 are touching each other, the other one is standing up. All right. Okay. So yeah. So using a part file new part will also allow you to create a sketch, but because you wanted to create a 3D part, then don't create a sketch using file new sketch. You don't want to do this. You want to do a file new part, give it a name, put a checkbox, or choose this box for using a template, clicking OK, and then you can start doing a sketch using the sketch command, and then you can create three-dimensional object out of that sketch using the extrude command. Okay, so let's go ahead and practice creating these shapes. You can create 3 of them. You can intersect 2 of them, and the third one should not be intersecting, just like I showed you on this example. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a sketch using file new part. All right.